Back-to-back 50-point games for Bernard King.
Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan!
Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win!
It's another year that he did not win a title.
I watched as you and LeBron James got swept out. I loved it. I loved it. I have alienated myself from the state of Ohio. If I go to Ohio, I need security. Those people hate me.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that can't have a bad game and his team win. He can't.
Like, I mean, look at LeBron.
He's beyond groupie.
Game 4 by his standards was a bad game. You wanted him to shoot the ball more, I'm sure of it, right?
Yeah, go down, gun.
Go down, gun.
Empty
right?
the clip.
Empty the clip.
You're LeBron freaking James. Shoot the shot.
When Kobe's on a bad team, he stopped taking shots in the second half. LeBron's on a bad team, only gets him to the NBA Finals.
And you'd be standing at the massaging his back, ready to give him a mani-pedi.
So many numbers over there. There's a lot of numbers.
And the numbers don't mean that much as Nick making it sound. Trust me. They just in the way.
He has a blanket on his bed with a life-size LeBron on it.
Guy's crazy.
Come on.
I'm telling everything.
Well,
Skip, baby. Skip, I tell you things in confidentiality, and you share it on air.
Yeah, well.
I can call him. I want to be around the greatness. We friends. We homies.
I was born to love you with every single beat of my heart.
It's beyond groupie.
It's beyond. It really is nuts.
I don't care.
Psycho fan.
No,
I'm a fan.
it's a fanatic.
Yes, I'm a fanatic.
That's all. It's a big fan.
That's what fan is short for.
That's
fanatic.
all. Fanatic.
Yes, I was born to take care of you every single day.
Get your stinky asses the fuck out of here!
Biggest LeBron haters, they say Skip, and then they say me and maybe a couple of other yokels in there. I am on the front lines with
Charles Barkley.
And now, everybody believes this will be the last game he plays here in a Cavs uniform.
And I'll be sad and disappointed.
If LeBron came to Chris Carter and said, where should I go?
What do you think? What advice would you give LeBron about the decision he's going to make next?
I hope LeBron, number one, I hope he stays in Cleveland.
Stay in Cleveland.
He could just stay in Cleveland, and no one would expect him to win rings anymore or even get to the finals. And so if he didn't win them, people would praise him for being loyal, and nobody would criticize him for no longer winning it.
What he means to this community is more than basketball. To be born here, become as great as he is, I hope he stays here. And listen, if he goes to another team and create a super team, he won't have the same effect.
Right.
He might win more championships somewhere else, but for what he means to this city.
Finish it out at home because that would be a feel-good story, and do the best he can with whatever pieces he has, and maybe they get back to the finals next year or maybe the next. I don't know. Maybe not.
Man, LeBron, let's do it. Let's go back to the finals.
He's a legend there. He's not going to enhance his legacy.
If he leaves Cleveland again, how will this impact his legacy?
Well, it will solidify the idea that LeBron James is a mercenary and a title chaser.
In all likelihood, he's going to leave it behind again, Cleveland. And he's going to go where the grass is greener.
Me, I want what's coming to me.
Oh, well, what's coming to you, Tony?
The world, Chico. And everything in it.
LeBron was wearing a shirt with palm trees on it. Oh! Yeah, done deal. Done deal.
What is Fugazi? Come on, you know.
You don't like those super teams. You've been on the record about what happened when he went to Miami.
He would be doing what he always has done. He went to the Heat to chase rings, right?
You know what you did, pal.
And this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Come again? Motherfucking mutt! You fucking piece of shit!
Yes! Yes!
Past the point of no return. Reach the top, but still you gotta learn how to keep it.
I can understand one time. Then you went back to Cleveland. You didn't leave Miami and go somewhere else. You went back.
Yeah.
You can't do that again. That's going to look really whack now if you start doing that.
Nothing has changed.
Stop chasing rings.
And we were talking about championships, and he said, I'm never going to be a ring chaser.
It's good to be very specific here. I think what's best for LeBron's legacy is to stay in Cleveland. Fellas, I believe that for many of us out there, sports is about, being tied to a location. It's about being a legend. It's about leaving a legacy behind at a certain location. Who carries your torch when it's all said and done?
I think the pressure, and he's under more scrutiny than any other player because of the technology today. The pressure, the scrutiny, the comparisons to Mike, you got to get rings, 6 rings, 5 rings, whatever. I think that's led him to want to team up even more than he naturally would with other great players.
When it's all said and done, Los Angeles carries the torch for Magic Johnson. Los Angeles carries the torch for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Dallas will carry the torch for Dirk Nowitzki. San Antonio will do so for Tim Duncan. Having that place where they erect your statues, where long after you're gone, they talk about you and they champion you and they debate on your behalf. I think that's what sports is about. Ultimately, it's like little city-states that compete in war and battle against each other. And LeBron still has a claim there. He has a stake in the city of Cleveland. Trust me, every time you offer up the slightest bit of criticism of LeBron James, the entire city of Cleveland comes after you.
I love the city of Cleveland. I do. Every time I go there, I have a good time. I feel good about where I am. And I've met a lot of Cavalier fans, and I like them. They're good people. I know it's hard to stereotype and characterize every Cav fan. I'm sure a bunch of them hate me for being truthful about their man LeBron.
He still has some of that. And if he leaves, he will solidify the image of himself as a mercenary. The move to Miami began that image process. If he does it again, that's the risk that he'll take on, that he is simply a title-chasing mercenary.
What do you think he should do this offseason?
I think he should stay in Cleveland, finish out his career.
Winning another ring as a mercenary ain't going to enhance his legacy.
I think if he goes away again, it's going to tarnish his legacy.
LeBron's book is already set. If I was him, I wouldn't be trying to get 4, 5, and 6 because it ain't going to matter. It's just something else to talk about, something else to add to the pages.
I agree with Shaq, and I think Shaq understands he made a mistake ring chasing at the end, and his career didn't end the way he wanted to.
Opt in or opt out?
He believes at this point in his career, he has got a blank check.
Because like I said, if he goes to the Lakers or Celtics or somewhere else, he'll be a mercenary. He won't be a Cleveland legend.
Shaq believes he himself made a mistake moving from team to team late in his career trying to get that 5th ring. Shaq said of LeBron's career, quote, "Somebody told me a long time ago, they said your book is already set before the later stages of your career. You can add index pages towards the end, but your book is already set."
I'm going to take to the bank that Shaq made is that LeBron, if he quit right now, his legacy would be intact with the billions of blind witnesses out there.
You cannot tell me in a one-on-one game now that LeBron James wouldn't dominate Mike.
Jesus Christ.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
You just said to a microphone that LeBron James would beat Michael Jordan in a one-on-one match. One-on-one? LeBron James is 6'9", 260. He moves like a guard.
I think Shaq raises an interesting question. How many championships would it take for LeBron to win for this to be like some unequivocal case he's the greatest player of all time? Because I don't think he could do that.
On my challenge, by the ancient laws of combat, we are met at this chosen ground to settle for good and all.
My motivation is this ghost I'm chasing. The ghost played in Chicago. I think it's cool to put myself in position to be one of those great players, but if I can ever put myself in position to be the greatest player, that would be something extraordinary.
Us natives, born rightwise to this fine land, or the foreign hordes defiling it.
And I was talking about Michael Jordan and LeBron. I don't want to get into who's better.
Yes.
But I do get tired of hearing how great basketball was in the 90s.
Jesus Christ.
It was so rough.
WWF wrestling, man. with guys that could shoot the ball.
It ain't as skilled.
Jesus Christ.
Big guys couldn't shoot.
Jesus Christ.
Right? You must think I'm pretty sick?
This guy is fucking stupid.
You had 5 3-point guards. Centers were gangly and uncoordinated. Why does everybody keep telling me LeBron's playing against cupcakes and Michael played against these warriors?
And may the Christian Lord guide my hand against your Roman popery.
The blasphemy!
Oh, and Reggie Miller came over and smacked Michael. And MJ is upset about it, and I can't blame him. Yes, sir, he ran right into him, and we got a brouhaha here.
We were more fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
All 12 could play.
Yeah.
Now you have 15. You're hoping to have 5, 6 guys that could play. The rest just make up the team. And that's the sad part.
But in our era, I'm just trying to tell you, we had better basketball players to myself. To me, I'm really going to tell you that.
The way the game is played, you know, the game is just a different game today. I would have loved to have seen LeBron play in our era.
Because we had 8, 9 teams that had 4 players on it that could be all-stars. So what I'm saying, so it's it's a different league than what you're talking about right now.
Part of the problem that LeBron has is not about LeBron. It's about the level of resistance that has been posed against him.
Jordan's East was a lot stronger than LeBron's East. Jordan's East, he had to go through a lot tougher opponents. Actually, the powerhouses
is a little bit different. See, Jordan's got those bad boy Pistons on his resume. And then when he won his first championship, he had Magic on the resume. And then he went up against Clyde Drexler and the crew in Portland. And then after that, it was Charles Barkley's MVP season in Phoenix that he had to go up against. Retired, tried to play baseball, came back and took out Shaq and Penny and Nick Anderson and 3D Dennis Scott and the crew. Then he went against Gary Payton and and Sean Kemp. And then after that, he went up against Karl Malone and John Stockton. I mean, my Lord. I mean, look, and then we ain't even getting to the Eastern Conference. Now, a 270-pound locomotive coming at you is playing in an era where you don't even have to touch him, and you might still get called for a foul. But Jordan was playing against Boston with McHale and Bird and Parrish and those boys. And then after that, he had to go through the bad boy.
He never complained. Rick Mahorn and those guys, Kevin McHale and those guys, beat him to a pulp. He never complained.
With Mahorn and Lambert and Sally and Rodman and James Edwards and Dumas and a Rough Rider like Isaiah Thomas, who was a little pit bull. He was CP3 before CP3 ever came along.
You saw him in the gym. He came back a little stronger. Shoulders were looking bigger, sort of like Shannon Sharpish, sort of like, you know, a young Skip Bayless.
And then after that, we go into the 90s, where you're going against the Knicks.
The Goon Squad in New York. Patrick Ewing.
Hall
the
of
late,
Famer.
great Anthony Mason.
Not a Hall of Famer.
Charles Oakley.
My good friend, not a Hall of Famer.
John Starks.
Not a Hall of Famer.
It doesn't matter. They were beating his butt.
With Mason and Oakley and Ewing and these boys.
Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a move by Jordan. Both clubs going at each other. Michael Jordan and Xavier McDaniel having words.
It's all a style of play.
You think it was harder then?
Yes, definitely. The
Why?
NBA easy now.
What do you mean it was easy now?
The rule changes.
Yeah, I don't like those because the essence of sport is competition. You want to be able to compete to say, I beat. One thing I admire about Michael Jordan, he got beat down by the Celtics. He got beat down by the Pistons. He got through that.
LeBron's a great basketball player. Steph Curry is a great basketball player. But the rules benefit them.
I just hope these guys get back to the competition aspect of it because, you know, we're all the same age. We grew up watching Magic and Bird duke it out. We grew up watching Isaiah and Mike duke it out.
Who are the best players in any category?
To
height,
me,
weight, doesn't matter.
I mean, you know, Chris, in terms of athletes, right?
Yes.
If you bigger, faster, and stronger, you got an edge.
Inbound to Cartwright to Jordan. Time winding down. Michael for three. Yeah!
The path to prosperity was so deep, was so big time. For them to ignore that and to act like today's game is the same is flat out blasphemous.
LeBron James, he's bigger than Michael. He's faster than Michael. He's stronger than Michael. And if he don't make a mistake, he's going to win.
Jesus Christ.
He's full of shit.
The blasphemy! The blasphemy! But he hating on Mike because him and Mike didn't get along, period. He's hating on Mike, man. Come on.
Sorry, little man. We're friends. We can straighten this out.
Just imagine if he hand checked Steph Curry, picking you up 94 feet and hand check you the whole way up the court. It's things like that that plays a factor.
What Jordan had over all of us, right? When he came in, we hadn't seen anything like that.
So does Michael Jordan. And his foot was honest to that tape. Between the shot clock and the game clock, Jordan, yes!
Michael Jordan going to the basket, every play getting beat up, night in, night out. Beat up. LeBron is out there backing down Rozier with no resistance.
Jordan with the recovery, and Jordan is fouled.
Well, he had a 42-inch vertical.
Here's Michael. Look how long he stays up there. Changes it in his hands twice. More hang time.
Chuck say, stay with him. Chuck Daly, our coach. All right, I'm with him. And then he jump and you go.
Everyone in this arena fell back in their seats. I wish I had the hands to do that. There he goes. He goes in straight, goes up in the air. Now he's sideways.
People don't think about stuff like that.
That is vintage Jordan superstar.
Michael Jordan was 6-0 in finals. LeBron is now 3-6.
He also stayed with one team. He didn't go somewhere else to hook up to win.
He's never going to get rid of these 6 losses.
A lot of you have to put that in factors.
For the people on the Jordan corner, like it's whatever information is compiled after this, like it won't matter.
I want to look into the camera and I want to say this. There is no way in hell that LeBron James will ever be the GOAT. As long as Michael Jordan's legacy is what it is, it will never happen. 6 for 6 with 6 NBA Finals MVP.
Like it won't matter what they say because that 6-0 it's an unapproachable record.
LeBron shouldn't be in the same sentence, the same breath, same universe with Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
I really believe that in the end, Lena, he believes he needs to chase Michael Jordan, and he's not going to get there.
Who is this under my knife?
He wants to be placed on a footing equal to Michael Jordan, and that's not going to happen.
No hand shall touch him. No hand shall touch him.
He'll cross over whole.
And if people want to do the Jordan-LeBron thing, I am totally fine with people saying 6 championships versus 3 championships. You're going to say he's now got as many finals losses as Jordan has championships.
Okay, then I quit as your son.
But if he does chase to Los Angeles, which I believe he will, then there's only one way out of this to me, and that's to get Kevin Durant to come to L.A. Because if you don't, you're just going to lose in the Western Conference Finals. Kobe knows the truth, that Michael was better than LeBron is.
And of course, Kobe, who has no business in the discussion, but Kobe gets brought up as well.
Wow.
What? Well, not in the greatest player ever discussion. He's been eliminated from that for a long time.
Jesus Christ.
He probably thinks he was better than LeBron as well.
When you talk about Michael Jordan, and when they do talk about him as Kobe, these guys were real killers on the court. They went hard every game, all game.
Back, the Bulls can go up 14. Jordan past Petrovic. Oh, yes, yes.
81. I don't believe the box score that I'm reading to you.
I'm sorry. Tommy gets a little loaded. He doesn't mean any disrespect.
You don't mean any disrespect, Henry. Are you nuts? Teach this kid a little fucking manners.
Now get the fuck out of here.
I believe that the Los Angeles Lakers, to me, are the leading candidate to land LeBron James.
He said family is important. He said that his life has changed since the last 2 decisions.
Los Angeles is one of the few places that he is going to be able to have, as far as you call it, a normal life. He will be able to hide away because there are so many stars.
They have 2 homes in Los Angeles. They have obviously a huge spread in Akron.
The geographic proximity to the people who make movies strikes me as a very bad reason to choose where to go play basketball.
Well, I think it's, and then no offense to anyone who's claiming that, but I think that's a sort of antiquated way of looking at the world today.
The branding to LeBron is important. And the only brand of basketball in Los Angeles is the Lakers.
And I think if you read the tea leaves that everybody's reading the NBA, that his family wants to be in a home. It's no disrespect to Houston, it's no disrespect to Philly, or to Boston, or to San Antonio, or Timbuktu.
You think it's one of those two?
I do.
I'm true to who I am, and then at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens.
I think he's going to go to the Lakers.
No pressure on me. I mean, I'm gonna do my job. I've always done that.
One more. Johnson behind Parrish going in.
Rob and I have been going over 100 scenarios and also players.
You know, the Lakers, Magic Johnson, California, it all sounds good, but to me, it's the worst place he could go.
Why?
Because they're not going to win unless Boogie Cousins and Paul George are all going with them.
You need both guys.
You need both of those guys. They don't have enough to win now with just LeBron and another guy, especially with how the West is shaping up.
Look, I've been playing, and you know how many finals I've been in?
And you hear the crowd chanting to the Sixers, beat L.A. Beat L.A., that's great.
So you think I'm worried about this?
Doesn't get the roll, and then steal by Johnson.
I played against Larry Bird in the finals. I mean, come on, man.
Here's Larry Bird, chucking down the court.
Phase 1, sign LeBron. Phase 2, fill out the roster, 1-year deals, tough-minded players.
I've been in 9 finals.
If you go to L.A., the expectation is title. You would be the lone superstar outside of Elgin Baylor that failed to bring a chip to Laker Nation.
Jeannie is 100% behind us and our strategy.
There's also the story, part of the story is that they want LeBron James's plan is to continue to evolve as a player and play out of the post more. Look at Michael Jordan, end of his career in the post more. Kobe Bryant, end of his career in the post more. LeBron James, bigger, stronger. Why wouldn't he be in the post more, especially when there's no power forwards in the NBA anymore?
You lose your muscles in 3 weeks? No. You? No, and you're 75 years old and you don't lose those muscles.
I'm 50.
Next year's the year with all the free agents. Next year, Klay Thompson's available.
In Oakland, Thompson, yes.
Next year, Kawhi could be available.
Kawhi Leonard with 7 on the shot clock, weaves his way to the hole, and scores. How about that crossover in a tight compartment?
Deal for Kawhi Leonard done prior to the start of free agency or near the start of free agency, it only makes the case to LeBron James that much stronger.
I could go through the list of names.
If I just bring one guy with me to L.A., we're going to be way better than we were in Cleveland.
You can't come to the Lakers because you have better players in Cleveland than you do with the Lakers.
Well, if he went there with Paul George.
If my aunt had testicles, she'd be my uncle.
And in Cleveland, if game 1 goes a different way, we are close. Like, does that resonate to you at all?
But you're still in the Western Conference.
You got to get to that.
That's the biggest thing. You're in the Western Conference. It's a totally different monster.
Westbrook inside. But they don't have defenders in. Curry drives, count it, and 1. Durant to handle the crossover, the pull-up, shot's good. Cousins behind the back. Wow. Behind the back. Alley-oop. Davis throws it down.
Jim already with 8 rebounds and 7 points. Lillard.
Nice one to him. 3, Chris Paul. Over Caspi. Bingo! Butler will fire again. You bet! Trying to go outside. Oh, Lillard fell down. And it is... What a dunk! 3, no. Rebound. Oh, my! I got to see that over and over again. Up on the ladder. The rookie, Donovan Mitchell, brings it down. Wiggins. Wow.
Going right back. There it is.
Off the backboard to Westbrook. Wow.
And so we're excited, but at the same time, we're going to stay disciplined.
Magic, I thought it was interesting during the news conference. You said, hey, I'm excited about the next couple weeks, but we're also going to be disciplined. It's a two-summer plan in your mind, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's been that way, and we explained that to the fans and to everybody. You can't put all your eggs in one basket here this summer.
What do you think is the most important part of this decision for LeBron right now? Is it about championships, or is it about setting up the end of his career?
Well, none of us actually know that because we're not LeBron.
And then we'll see what happens.
It's a little bit of both.
I think that's the big question.
You got 5 seconds. Do you think there's any chance he stays in Cleveland?
Not at all.
You think Magic really convinced LeBron to join the Lakers?
Yeah, I think Magic is a good salesman, and I think Magic's relatable, and I think Magic is LeBron.
I'm Magic Johnson. I'm still the same dude.
We got Magic with 5. We've got Kobe with 5. We've got Wilt with 1. Shaq with 3.
It's always, when you go through a new generation of a great Lakers superstar, it's always who's next.
Fake a dress for school, 2 educations, rich friends, then back to my land. You was hard where I'm from, it's a well-known fact. Whether a white cat, brown, or black.
Then suddenly, there is a change.
Huh? You say what? He went to L.A.? 4 years. I told you I ain't bandwagon now. I ain't finna bandwagon.
You got some Cortez or some Converse on, all-stars, G from the hat to the floor. You can miss me, I'm probably chilling up in Mississippi, or Poughkeepsie, or Baton Rouge, guzzling whiskey. I'm a walking franchise and I wanna get paid, get dropped, mocked and stomped like a parade. Persuasion, phase 3 of the invasion.
LeBron has found a new home, and it is with the Lakers. LeBron has agreed to a 4-year, $153.3 million deal with Los Angeles.
The nuclear bomb just dropped.
This bitch LeBron James just went to the Lakers.
LeBron James is a Laker.
We got LeBron motherfucking James.
This motherfucking LeBron James just went to the fucking Lakers.
Who cares?
So, Max, what does this move say about LeBron?
Hey, thank you for the title, but you left us again.
But in typical LeBron fashion, he has left us.
Why would you leave us like that?
You know, this time around, you know, look, they had an incredible 4 years, and Dan was one of those owners that you love to be in business with because he did exactly what he said he would do.
Listen, Ty Lue is in a state of shock. You didn't have his phone number. You need to call him.
When I saw it, I was shocked and, hurt a little bit.
Ty Lue, wherever you're go to Anguilla, go to Jamaica, stay away from Vegas. It's too hot out there. Get your mind right. You're in shock that he left? Yep. Talk to him.
I don't think it was a shock.
The only reason you go to L.A. is because you don't want to have the pressure of having to win a championship. There is no expectation of the LA Lakers winning a championship with LeBron. They could sign DeMarcus Cousins and trade for Kawhi Leonard, and there is still no expectation of them winning a championship because Golden State is still going to be the favorite.
Were you surprised by the news that LeBron decided to go to the Lakers?
Not at all.
It was basically about what he wanted to do and what made him happy, and he earned that.
But the lure of La La Land of Hollywood, it's just too much. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite tonight because it drew me in. Sucked me in, sucked me all the way across the country. I love it here. My wife Ernestine, native New Yorker.
What do you think is better, New York or LA?
New York.
How come?
How come? We're the best city in the world. I mean, no explanation, hands down.
What do you think about people from Los Angeles?
I think that they're mostly into plastic surgery because they really want to look perfect.
How do you think people in LA talk?
Oh, hey, dude, what's up? Cool.
What can we say except we heart NY? Winner, New York.
Yo, Tony, can I get the extra cheese, please?
While LA certainly put up a good fight, even the City of Angels couldn't beat the center of the universe.
LeBron just went to the fucking Lakers, and I'm fucking pissed.
Why are you taking it off?
Burn.
Let it burn!
Ugh. Here's why I'm mad. I'm mad because I defended him for a couple years, and I'm not a LeBron fan. In fact, a few years ago, I wasn't fond of him, but then I got mad because you can't deny greatness, right? But here's the thing. Now, everything that anybody ever said about LeBron being weak, not having the killer mentality, they were right.
Bump heads with nobody else.
No homo though, bro. That nigga don't even look good in yellow though, bro. No homo, bro. His ass looks silly as hell, bro.
Think about that, LeBron!
He left you high and dry one more time when it would have been the feel-good story of the year if LeBron had just said, I'm going to stay.
LeBron, you're weak.
I'm done with you, LeBron.
Nigga, and that yellow bring all this shit out. You can see that.
I fell asleep in Cleveland and woke up in LA.
All right, he's got his, supporters. I call them LeBidiots. It's a combination of LeBron and idiots. But his LeBidiots, they're crazy.
Every day we live, hey, we gonna win the chip. Had to leave Cleveland. No more J.R. Smith.
Lottery after lottery after fucking lottery, but now that shit is done. No more lottery.
They are crazy.
Chin chin. For our purposes, promptness is far behind thoroughness. Drink up, lad. So, Ted, what do you think about that tasty beverage? It's fucking good, sir.
At the home of the Lakers, diehard fans are welcoming the newest Laker.
At least every brownsexual is going to leave Cleveland and go to Los Angeles and argue with a bunch of Kobe fans.
This is special, Kobe. This is special. They hated LeBron all these years. Oh, Kobe's the greatest. Kobe should be the GOAT. And now today they're running out and buying LeBron jerseys and tickets. I haven't seen this much hysteria over anything since they released seats for the Titanic. Because that's really what this is.
What an emotional day here, because even though we know that this is Kobe's house, we know that LeBron James, welcome, baby.
This is his franchise. 20 years with the Lakers. His name is next to Magic's. He doesn't need LeBron coming in and showing up at reunions.
Did you talk to LeBron James once the news came out? And if you did, what'd you say?
Yeah. I talked to him yesterday and just told him welcome, man.
Welcome to the family. Welcome here. When we think about the greatness of Kobe Bryant or the greatness of any player, when they've been the face of a franchise so long and they've been the marquee, even after retiring, while rooting for a particular player, sometimes you find situations where somebody might want you to be successful, but not quite as successful as they have been or they were when they were playing.
I think some people are going to be interested in hearing you say that because, look, there's some folks when they pass the torch to the next guy, it's because they really want them to run with it, right? There are other people who want the guy who they pass the torch to do well, but maybe not too well, right? And I know your absolute genuine love for this franchise. I also know you're one of the most competitive guys on earth, Kobe.
Yeah, I am. And so that means I want the Lakers to win more championships.
The Lakers have got 16 of them, and they've got so many legends. Wilt and West and Magic and Kareem and Shaq and Kobe. And I'm being real stingy here because there are so many more.
Michael was extremely supportive of me when I first came into the league. And so you got to pay that forward. No matter what people say, no matter who they have in a conversation, for us, I really don't care. I mean, it's really about helping each other and pushing the game forward. And, that's what I'll continue to do.
Talk to me about the allure, the pressure, or whatever word you want to use that comes with being a member of the Los Angeles Lakers, being the marquee, rather, for the Los Angeles Lakers. What does that require?
Well, I mean, it requires a certain amount of thick skin, because it's a place that's used to a certain legacy, and you have to be able to have thick skin. You have to be able to have the inner confidence that things will be just fine, and then be able to instill that in the rest of your teammates as you're going through the worst of times. And LeBron's proven he could do that. I mean, they've thrown everything at this kid since he was in high school, and he's been able to deal with it. He's been able to persevere through it, and I'm looking forward to him doing the same here, man.
Let's go Lakers! Team, baby! Let's go Lakers! Let's go Lakers!
It's just like, you know what, like today, with all the fake Laker fans, so the same thing.
Let's go Lakers! Let's go Lakers!
He ain't gonna help them Lakers, man. He hold the ball too long. Everybody want to shoot, not just him.
Yeah, that's true. All those haters out there, we coming for y'all, man. Laughing at y'all.
And how do you feel about Magic Johnson? I mean, we've talked about Rod, we've talked about LeBron James, we've talked about some of these other players, but I think everybody recognizes the likelihood of LeBron James arriving to LA doesn't happen if Earvin Magic Johnson is not in the mix.
He sees in Magic not just one of the greatest all-time basketball players, but a guy that everyone would want to emulate.
They got it done.
Magic Johnson pulled it off. Congratulations to the Lakers, to your fans, and to Magic Johnson. Of course Magic Johnson got LeBron to come to the Lakers. He's Magic fucking Johnson.
Magic's in great shape. Dribble drive all the way. Laying up and down. Out to Magic, and the Lakers are running. Here comes Johnson all the way. Magic with the ball in the second quarter to be double teamed. Magic down the middle. This will be the pivot. And that's the only kind he shot. Wrap around the bird for Magic. Score! Magic keeps it. Magic's got Kiki to the left, Bird to the right. He gives the Bird back to Magic. And here goes Johnson.
Magic Johnson is Magic Johnson.
Okay, he does magical things. Congratulations.
I mean, what Magic is pulling off, man, it's absolutely incredible.
They hired Magic Johnson because he has one thing no other person in the 7 billion people on this earth can offer. They're not Magic Johnson.
All right, that is Magic Johnson.
Magic, the Magic Man.
I'm so ashamed of Michael Rappaport.
I'm with you on the front line.
Sellout.
Get me
You're
a helmet.
sellout. You sold out to
What do you
LeBron.
want me to? You think they're going to be an 8th seed?
Yes. We were told that you were a big advocate of his. What was it that made you want him in the purple and gold?
Well, first of all, he's going to change practice. He's going to change games.
I'm standing here with the great Magic Johnson. So cool to see you, sir.
Very cool to see you as well.
Yeah. I grew up in Boston. I grew up during that era, young man. That's when I'm in high school. That's when I'm in college, watching you guys play. And I was always rooting for Bird.
Advantage, Bird on the drive. Look at that pass. Oh!
Bird coming to the left. Stop and pop off the glass. It's gone. Boston leads 91-89.
I loved,
now you're going to tell me now.
I rooted for him because he was the palest, sickest man. And he was playing in the NBA.
Now, for a guy who can't jump and not supposed to be able to run that fast, he sure can get a lot done.
He's unconscious.
Larry Bird scored 60.
My dream has long been to play a game of horse with Magic Johnson. You start. It's a game of horse.
All right, Mr. Johnson. There we
All
go.
right. Oh, okay. I got an H.
Right. There we go. Right there, right there, right there, right there. Oh! Okay, you sure?
Man.
Oh,
that wasn't it. What was that?
Here we go. There we go now.
It's bullshit. That's what this is.
Oh, get in there!
Yeah!
Here we go. Oh,
come on!
I'm just lucky. Ooh, good.
Oh, come on! That was close.
Man.
Does this bring back any memories? Does this bring back any memories, Magic?
Bird goes for three. And the Lakers call time with 12 seconds left.
This is, what are you going to do now?
I'm going to come across the middle of the lane, and then I'm going to shoot the hook, the sky hook.
This is the famous.
5 seconds to go.
There we go.
Yes! I said behind. All right, no good.
Who was the player to whom LeBron was most compared? He's the next, not Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson.
He has a lot in common with Magic Johnson. And Magic heading the Lakers, I think, was a tremendous lure for LeBron, as many have written and discussed since this happened.
This is what the Lakers do. You know, they want the biggest stars, and they want to win at the highest level.
Magic definitely had a lot to do with it. As a player, we all respect Magic. You know, the guys that are students of the game, that watch the game, we all respect Magic. And a lot of times when you can do business with somebody like him that was great in the game, that's a great businessman, obviously him being there had something to do with it. But LeBron making that decision solely has something to do with his family and where he's more comfortable. But Magic being in that position definitely helped.
What does it do for the balance of power in the league?
Well, the power has always been in the West, especially the last couple of years. However, the move is still not enough to match the Golden State Warriors because they had a significant piece added also with DeMarcus Cousins. In my opinion, it's probably the most talented starting five I've seen in the history of the game.
Durant fires a three, knocks it down. Kevin Durant. Curry's going to have to put it up, launches it up, shot clock. Oh, he knocks it down.
Peru's got an open layup.
Thompson.
Cousins. Crossover on for Reed on the spin. The big guy's going to the line looking for the three-point play.
Draymond Green, who releases the other way and throws it down. Curry for three. Bang! Curry sets, fires, puts it up. Bang! Steph Curry from way downtown.
You grew up watching Tim Duncan and the Lakers duke it out. And now you got all these guys on one team. So hopefully one day, it gets back to that. Because if I was playing in this era, I would want to beat the Golden State Warriors. I would want to beat LeBron. And I would want to become the best, the right way.
Obviously, this will end his streak of reaching the Eastern Conference Finals 8 straight years. But again, LeBron James may be tired of losing, Lena, in the NBA Finals because he can't beat the Golden State Warriors the way that the Cavaliers are assembled right now.
Oh, he made it to his 15th final. Who cares? If it don't mean a thing, if you ain't got that ring.
You know what? The Warriors have beat me in the submission. I can't win. I'm going to pick the best place I want to live, start my post-basketball career, I guess, in his businesses in L.A. This is not a basketball move to try to win a championship.
LeBron's marketability in L.A., you got to think it's going to be through the roof, right?
Yeah, it actually is. He's a very marketable guy. L.A. is movies, commercials, production companies. However, you must win at some point.
Paul George would be the first to tell you he didn't want to be LeBron's help. He didn't want to have to ride shotgun with LeBron in Los Angeles because it's just too hard. The media is mostly pro LeBron James. They're blinded by LeBron James. They're quick to protect and defend LeBron James. And so they're just equally quick to condemn LeBron's lack of help. He couldn't survive it riding shotgun for LeBron James because every other night he would be condemned for, LeBron still doesn't have enough help.
The Lakers have all these young players who are getting better. They got the right coach.
Did they make the playoffs last year? They're getting better. They won 35 games. They were awful.
Listen, man, it's Los Angeles.
Mustache.
If you're looking at this team as is, all the other options are far better than this. Coming to the Lakers and what he has set up here from a professional standpoint after he retires, my post-career ambitions, my family, where it's most comfortable for me to play.
What is it, Vanna?
It's red.
LeBron James is the Dr. Frankenstein of the NBA. He created the monster that is the Golden State Warriors, and that's why we have this league where there's no balance, no competition, terrible regular season, and now everybody's going to wave at him and go like, oh, this is great. Oh, my God. 13 of the top 14 players in the NBA are now in the Western Conference. Don't tell me this is a good league.
And if you're Golden State, if you're the Warriors, I got to think if you are Bob Myers and Steve Kerr and Curry and Durant. This ought to really get your attention.
It's a bad league, and LeBron James is to blame.
Do you think these super teams are good for the business of the league?
I mean, yes and no. You know, the good thing about Golden State super team is they actually play a excellent style of basketball. They play the right way. They move the basketball. It's entertaining to watch. I don't know if you guys ever seen them play live, but it's some really good basketball to watch.
Durant from beyond the arc. Rattles home. Klay Thompson cuts. Draymond Green has one man to beat. Throws it back to Durant. Steps into a three and knocks it down. Count it and one. In the game.
If you're acknowledging that this Golden State thing is showing fatigue, and it did last year.
No, they didn't. They swept LeBron James and the Cavs. What fatigue?
They were down 3-2 to Houston.
Did they win the series, Colin? Come on, man. You know what?
That's not the game you want to play against the Warriors. Draymond Green down the other end, lays it in. As Draymond Green rolls and gets the dunk. Durant rises and connects. Durant goes to Kevin Love, pulls up jumper, got it! Kevin Durant way outside, delivers! Kevin Durant from downtown, it's a 6-point game.
I mean, my goodness. Everybody's all worked up. They're not winning a championship, Colin. You want to guarantee me they win a championship over the next 3 years?
I'm not going to guarantee.
Why not? They got LeBron.
James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
The East is wide open now.
No, it's not.
It is without LeBron. It's not?
Well, listen, the East is gone. It was gone while LeBron stayed in the East. The Boston Celtics are the team to beat in the Eastern Conference for the next 10 years.
Irving ahead, extra feed. Oh, a special delivery. Brown to Tatum on a rack attack.
With 6:45 remaining, Tatum.
They took them to 7 games without Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. So the Cavs were done anyway if LeBron stayed there.
Lugging a piano on their back, and he always looks spry.
Horford looking spry there and throws it down.
Shot clock is down to 3. Kyrie Irving doing it in on the defensive minded. Boston out to get free. Put that shot up and down.
This is a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful thing.
Got the big extension this summer that'll start in 2019 is Irving.
Kyrie to the basket. Nice little handoff. Gets it back and gets his second dunk.
He's been a reliable fourth-quarter sidekick for Irving, who takes out his do-it-yourself kid.
Number one, I believe LeBron James will never win another ring.
He's not going to win.
They just added the world's best basketball player.
Who has lost 6 NBA finals, right? With stacked teams.
It's just who will wind up with LeBron because Paul George said no and Kevin Durant said no.
Now he doesn't have a stacked team.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And now he's in the Western Conference. I'll say it right here. You want to make a bet for some chicken wings? Right here.
Yeah.
They'll get knocked out in the first round with the team that they currently have. The Cavs that got swept are a better team than LeBron has right now with the Lakers.
Was I surprised that they announced last night that Paul George is going to stay in Oklahoma City and commit for 3 more years? I was not.
Lakers don't have the pieces for him. They couldn't get Paul George, and they got Lance Stevenson, who's not that good. Like, if he's trying to win, I don't understand it. Maybe it's a business move, but, I don't know.
But our Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne are busy reporting. And what they have discovered is that the moves have all been made according to a master plan concocted by LeBron James and Magic Johnson together.
He wanted no part of that. He knows he would be the scapegoat.
When the Lakers brass met with LeBron on Saturday, the two sides reportedly agreed on the importance of bringing in players capable of creating shots for themselves and for their teammates.
But considering what was available, hey, you want some dogs, some guys that'll compete, some guys that are hungry? I'll give you Rondo. We need a backup point guard. Here's a guy that started on an NBA championship team, started this year in the playoffs.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
But I don't believe that when people say, his legacy is firmly established here, I don't believe in LeBron's mind that he goes, I can coast now. If I don't get to the finals again, people will be disappointed. They'll view it as a failure if he doesn't get to the finals again.
I think in order for him to be considered a great Laker, he definitely has to win a championship.
Where does that leave LeBron?
He's going to a better conference. He's going to play against the Western Conference foes 52 times a night, 52 times this year. They're not going to allow him to play one-on-one.
And now we get to play him 4 times during the regular season. It'll be a different dynamic.
Okay, but they're better than OKC.
They are not.
Better
not.
than Portland.
They're just not
better
better
than
than
Utah.
I'm sorry.
They are not.
They are.
Not.
We'll see.
This is
This
a
guy's
brave new world. This is going to be welcome to the West.
Well, when that injury happened, 2 on the shot clock, James has it deflected. Another steal. Curry ahead to Draymond Green. In for the slam.
I'm trying to help you. You want me to catch a beating? I'm going to catch a beating if I go back again like last week.
Trying to get it, and he will. Cousins, 3-on-1 for the Thunder.
Westbrook. Grant, but Wiggins picks it up and wins Saturday.
So you're not going to get it, especially.
AD hammers it.
Leonard, hard drive. Kawhi Leonard with a flush.
Just takes a stare into the crowd. Cleveland 15 of 21 in the quarter. What a wise 2-for-1 there.
Antetokounmpo, quick first step. Oh, he is denied by Favors. Oh, baby, put that on the highlight reel. Defensive play of the night so far.
Coach Snyder was talking to us about before the game. You got to be better than that.
Paul contorts.
George going to cross over. Harrell avoids the pump fake, but George is equal to the challenge. Wow. So they've been up and down here a little bit. Harden splits the D, lays it home.
Good ball out there from Porzingis. Davis has to get it out. Drives in the corner, spins, far away. It's good. 47 for Davis.
Lou Williams left 3 for 3. Bingo. There's Lou Williams. The 3 ball. Nice start. Bingo. New career high for Sweet Lou. Lou says, why not? Bingo.
Harden working around Thompson again.
All keeps it alive, and he has Gobert in the mismatch. And the drive. And a foul. Count it.
With 5 seconds, with 3, Lillard makes his move on Fareed for the win. Let's go home. Let's go home. Put in with 3/10 of a second remaining. Damian Lillard
Throws it out to Davis. Davis the high arcing 3. Nails it at the buzzer. Lillard for the win. Good! Paul, the dance fires. Good! Butler spins on Wade, takes it, and makes it at the buzzer. What an incredible first half for the Timberwolves here on their home floor.
I'm loving it.
You know how I stayed alive this long? All these years. The spectacle of fearsome acts.
For Serge Ibaka on the
Somebody steals from me, I cut off his hands. He offends me, I cut out his tongue. He rises against me, I cut off his head, stick it on a pike. Raise it high up so all in the streets can see.
The rim is crying.
That's what preserves the order of things. Fear.
What a perfect ending to a historic day. Westbrook gives the Thunder